In this video, I'm going to talk about Gauss's law. Let's consider a spherical surface. So this is a sphere, a 3D object. Let's say we have a positive charge inside the sphere. It will create an electric field around it. If you have a small hole here, this is a small hole at the surface of the sphere. The total area of the sphere is A. So let's consider this small area of the hole as dA. Because of this charge, there would be electric field lines. So there would be electric field lines coming out through this hole. So there is an electric flux as well. How do you find the total electric flux phi of this sphere? Let's say the small electric flux through this hole is d phi. Okay, so we have d phi and the area of the hole is dA. We're going to find the total flux. So the equation for electric flux is phi equals E dot A, EA cos theta, where E is the electric field, A is the area, and theta is the angle between electric field and area vector. So the small electric flux d phi is equal to electric field created by this charge, which is E dot area of the hole, dA. To find the total flux phi, I'm going to integrate this. It's a closed integral. Closed integral d phi equals closed integral E dot dA. Closed integral d phi give you the total flux phi equals electric field is a constant, take it outside, E closed integral dA. If you integrate the small area throughout the whole spherical surface, you'll get the total area of the sphere. Area of a sphere is area of a sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. Closed integral dA will give you the total area of the sphere, that is 4 pi r square. So I'm going to replace this whole integral with 4 pi r square. So E times 4 pi r square. And what's the equation for electric field? It is kq over r square, where k is the Coulomb's constant, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 times q by r square. I'm going to substitute it here. Phi equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square times this 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. Let's see what all we can cancel out. 4 is gone, pi is gone, r square is gone. Phi equals q over epsilon 0. That's the equation for electric flux. Okay, now we have two equations for electric field. This is the first equation. Phi equals closed integral E dot dA. Let's call this equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Left hand sides are equal, so I'm going to equate the right hand sides. Closed integral E dot dA equals q by epsilon 0. This q is the q enclosed. This equation is called Gauss's law. Closed integral E dot dA equals q by epsilon 0. This can be applied to any closed surface, not just a sphere. It's a general equation. And what is this q enclosed? Q enclosed means the charge is inside the closed surface. Let's say we have a surface like this, a closed surface like this, and we have two charges inside and one charge outside. We count only these charges. These are the enclosed charges. We don't count the charges outside. Solve a problem. We have a closed surface with 3 charges enclosed. two negative charges and one positive charge. This is a negative charge, minus 1 nanocoulomb. This is another negative charge, minus 1 nanocoulomb. We have a positive charge, 3 nanocoulombs. Outside the closed surface, we have two charges. A positive charge with magnitude 0.5 nanocoulomb, a negative charge with magnitude minus 8 nanocoulomb. How do you find the total electric flux of this closed surface? The equation for Gauss's law is phi equals Q enclosed over epsilon 0, total Q enclosed. So we have three charges here. Phi equals first charge minus 1 nanocoulomb, nano is 10 to the minus 9, plus 3 nanocoulomb, 3 times 10 to the minus 9, plus the third charge, which is minus 1 nanocoulomb, 1 times 10 to the minus 9, over epsilon 0, which is the permittivity of free space, 8.85 times 10 to the minus 12 farad per meter. You take 10 to the minus 9 outside the bracket. Minus 1 plus 3 minus 1 over 8.85 times 10 to the minus 12. Get 113 Newton meter square per coulomb.